everybody, this is day 2 of me playing chess on chess.com until I reach the rating of 2500. So here we go. I will play the rapid 10-minute game, so here we go. 10 minutes. Yesterday I managed to win to 1 with the white pieces, and today I have the white pieces as well. So I will play e4, controlling the center, e5, knight f3, attacking the pawn. Now this is known as the Petrov defense, and this is the Stafford Gambit. I have an extra pawn and I have a great position. My opponent blundered the piece on move 6. What is this? I mean, he's rated almost 2000. What is he doing? This is just a free knight, right? Okay, but I can play d4 now. Alright. Okay, this is very logical move. A threatening mate and attacking the bishop on g4, but I have d4. Wait, I don't know what I should do here. Mate is threatened, the bishop is threatened, g3 doesn't help. If I play d4, there is bishop takes g4 actually. But bishop e2 stops knight g4. Am I stupid? Knight g4, bishop takes g4 and queen h4. I know this is not good for him, but how to refute this opening? If I'm completely honest, I have zero idea. Maybe d4, but then bishop takes g4 and f3 is not possible. Maybe simply queen d2. Queen e2 now doesn't help. I can maybe just castle. But then there is bishop g4 once again. I mean, g3 looks the best actually. Because the fact is, I'm up a pawn actually. So winning a piece is not the best maybe. Maybe just g3, yes. Bishop e3 doesn't work. g3 I guess is the only reasonable move here. d4 once again, there is no check after bishop f3. I will simply play g3. I literally have zero idea of what I should do instead. Now I will simply castle. I have like zero idea of this opening. I will play bishop e3 and open up the f file if possible, and I need to play fast because I burned a lot of time. Now rook e1, probably this bishop is bad I guess here. Bishop e3, I will take back with the rook, f4, f5, and this bishop is bad on h3 for now. I will pre-move rook takes e3, okay, he doesn't play it. Maybe f4 now, knight d2 it's probably the best, going to c4. Okay, this is possible, but I don't believe it is very good move. f4. Takes with the pawn maybe. Going to play e5 in the near future, and will have a reasonable position here. Maybe knight c4. This pawn will maybe be hanging at some position because there won't be b6 ideas. Maybe knight f3, knight... I don't believe this is a good move, h5. I'll play e5. Maybe bishop b4 now, but then I can play c3. Now knight f3, stopping any h5 ideas. Maybe h5 is still very good move, but this is hard. I kind of blundered h5, yes. h4, excuse me. I can simply take, right? Or maybe I can take with the pawn. And if he takes, I will take back. And we have, I guess, kinda okay position to play. I blunder this as well. King f2, of course, the only move. My position is very bad now. King f3, I guess, only move. And if he takes, I don't know. This looks bad. But his king is kind of vulnerable here on c8 actually. So maybe I have some chances. Now he will take. But now rook g1 going to play here. Here is an interesting idea actually. But then simply something like b3. So maybe bishop d4, bishop c3. I need to play much faster than this actually. The rook endgame should be drawn. Maybe just rook g1 here. But I like bishop d4 actually. I think this is the only good move in the position. Followed by bishop c3. And of course, if the rooks ever come off the board, the position should be an easy draw. Maybe something like king g3 in the future. Okay, this is kinda bad. a3 maybe, stopping b4. Maybe playing b4 myself. Of course, a5 cannot really be played. I need to play much faster than this in the near future. Where to put my bishop on? Maybe king g3. Maybe just rook here is okay. Putting everything on the dark squares. And this endgame should be a draw with a perfect play, of course. But it is kinda hard to hold this one. Where to put my king? On e4, I guess, is the only good move. King e4. Yes, okay, he's threatening checkmate now. Probably this is the only move. With bishop here, I go here. I mean, I have my own ideas as well, so maybe I can draw this game with perfect play. But this will be a hard one to draw. Maybe king here. Maybe here. To play here. I like this idea. And he cannot play check because I go here. Or here maybe. And then this pawn will be weak. Maybe rook b2 check. I don't think this is good. I don't think this is good for my opponent. Maybe he has this move, but then I can try to trade off rooks, and if rooks come off the board, the game should be a draw. Very straightforward draw. Ooh, I only have 3 minutes and a half. I will play very fast now. I will be speaking less because I have 0 time. This is pure draw. If everything comes down to the rook endgame, rook f2 should be enough to hold the position. Okay, now I go here. The pawn is about to fall. Maybe here is good move. If here, I go here. No, of course I cannot go there. If here, then I have this move. And I need to play much faster than this. This endgame should be a draw with perfect play, but it is hard to hold this one. Yes, but I mean, I can start pushing. Why not? If I can, why not? Yeah, but this doesn't work. Oh, it check. What? He blundered this one. Oh no. What is happening? I thought he had a win. This is just freak win, right? Check. Where is the mate? Wow, I managed to win this game. This checkmate. Yes! I won. What an absolute madness. What has just happened here? What? This conclusion of the game was so insane. What the hell? Okay, I will analyze this game for you guys. Wow, the opening was so insane. I cannot believe this. Actually, the opening was really strange from my opponent. What has just happened? I cannot believe. Okay, let's go slowly. E4, E5, knight F3, of course I attack the pawn. And now knight to C6 is the main move. I played the ruler pass against knight C6 yesterday, so make sure to check out that game. But my opponent played knight F6, this is very solid option. Attacking the E4 pawn, this is known as the Russian game or the Petrov's defense. And after knight takes E5, the main move is to play D6. And after knight F3 to take this pawn, and then we would reach this pretty balanced position. But of course after knight takes E5, there is this very strong gambit, knight to C6. Of course, as you can see, here are engine lines. The bot is saying that this is plus 1.5, which is true. And now D3 is the best move, bishop C5, and now bishop E2 is the best. And knight to G4 is good. I don't know this move, so I was really frightened to play this. And now queen H4 is the best. Now the engine is saying queen F3, but I like G3 here. I think this is very good. And yes, the engine agrees with me. This position is much better for me. And now I simply castled. Bishop H3, rook E1 I think is okay. He castled long. Bishop E3, bishop D6. Now knight D2 with an idea of knight C4 or F4 and then knight to F3. But here my opponent played F5. Now I played F4. He took, I took back. Maybe taking with the knight was a bit better, but I like these positions where I take with the pawn because this is a outside, or no, it's not outside passed pawn, but it is a passed pawn, only 4 squares away from winning. So he played H5 very aggressively. I played E5 actually, and after bishop E7, I played knight F3, and after H4, excuse me, I took bishop H4. And this position should be balanced, it is equal. Of course, I have an extra pawn, but my opponent gets a lot of initiative with his rook. Now rook D1, rook G4 check, king F2, and he took my rook and took the pawn. And now rook G1 was perhaps the best move, as you can see, but after a rook G1 he can take, I take, and he takes here. What does the bot says? Rook G5. I mean, I think, yes, of course I have these 3 passed pawns, but my opponent has passed pawns as well, and I'm not sure this position is much better for me. So after the move rook takes C2, I simply defended my B2 pawn with the move bishop D4, which is okay. And after C5, bishop C3, B5, trying to trap my bishop with the move b4, I simply played a3 and my opponent still exchanged pawns, and now rook b2 is forced, and I simply defended my bishop with my rook. And after rook b3 check, king e4, g6, of course, if I do, what can I do, I don't know, move my bishop, then bishop g3, the g2 is checkmate. Let me just show you. Bishop g2 is checkmate, this bishop attacks the king, pawn covers the square, and rook kinda covers all the important squares, so this is actually checkmate. So after g6 I simply played king d5, which is okay. Now bishop f5 was played, and after I played rook c4 with some ideas of putting pressure on this pawn on c7, I played my opponent played rook d3. Now king c5 is okay, bishop e6 attacking the rook, and now rook d4. I basically offered my opponent a draw, because if he takes, this position cannot be lost. Why? You play a6, I play h4, you play c6, and this position is simply a draw no matter what. Or what? This is winning for me? Okay, but you can place something like king to d7 and the position should be a draw, so walking your king on the king side should be okay. But of course, if my opponent were after rook d4 to trade the rooks, the position is draw no matter what. And after rook d4 he declines, he played rook h3, I defended the pawn, and now rook g2 was indeed the best move, and after bishop f5, simply bishop to d2, now rook d3 was played, I played king c4, putting some pressure on the rook, maybe threatening rook g5 and then taking the bishop when I move my bishop away from the attack of the rook, of course. Of course, now my opponent played bishop e4, rook e2, bishop f5, I played e6 now. The position is still balanced, as you can see from the evaluation, and now rook h3 was played, and my opponent is actually losing after move e7. And now he played the move bishop d3, and now I played the losing blunder, I believe. I played king to c3, which is of course the only move that doesn't win the game, or king to b3. Why? Because after king to c3 he simply plays bishop takes e2. I cannot promote to a queen because this is check, so I should have played, I mean, something like king to d4, and the position is winning for me. But of course, after king c3 my opponent missed that this is check, and after queen e8 this is checkmate. So we won our second game, on my way to achieving the rapid rating on chess.com, rapid rating of 2500, of course. So my rating now is approximately high 1900. So if you like the video, make sure to subscribe to follow more such content, and see you guys in another video. Bye!